Hello everyone, my name is Niall, a member from Super Origami Kingdom. There have been many things that I love, like, and things that I don't like, or even despise. For example, Bobby and Olivia are my two favorite Mario characters of all time, Origami King is my favorite game of all time, and Norm of the North is a big pile of garbage shit! When I watched Norm of the North, I was so bored and wanted to leave so badly. When it ended, I was like, finally, this trash of a movie is over. It was the first movie I have ever seen to get a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's that bad. Obviously, almost everyone despises this movie. But if you actually, by any chance, enjoy this movie, I respect your opinion. I, on the other hand, despise this movie, and I have never seen a movie that is worse than this. That's right, Norm of the North is my least favorite movie of all time. Even worse than movies like Shrek the Third,
There, foul beast! Your time is done!
No, you!
Be quiet!
Shark Tale,
Asshole!
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2,
They look like chimpanzees.
Shrimpanzees!
and even the Emoji Movie.
Welcome to the Loser Lounge, where the emojis who never get used hang out.
Warning, this rant is gonna have me raging a lot, so if you don't want to see me rage, I suggest you leave and not watch this video. If you do, I hope you get yourself some popcorn and enjoy watching me rage, because the thing you're about to see is probably gonna be 100% better than the actual movie. Let the rant begin. Now, I bet that almost everyone who watched Norm of the North not even 5 minutes in this movie can already tell that this is garbage. Everything about this is awful. The characters are awful. The dialogue sucks. It is so unfunny. The animation is awful. Oh, and there's a twerking polar bear that happens multiple times in this movie. The story is also garbage. It's not only garbage, but it's also super generic, lazy, and forgettable. Even worse than the Emoji Movie story. We have this awful bear named Norm who realized that humans are building condos in the Arctic. Condos in the Arctic. Who on earth would ever want to build condos in the Arctic? Norm's family asks Norm to ask the humans to stop, but instead of that, he travels to New York. He had one job given to him, just one simple job. But what does he do? He goes to New York. What an idiot.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
In New York, everyone thinks that Norm is just a man in a suit. How on earth is he a man in a suit? He is obviously an animal. The people in New York are idiots as well, just like Norm. This is f***ing bullshit. There's a generic villain who was behind making condos in the Arctic because he has nothing better to do. Norm gets hired by the generic villain for no reason. And do you want to know what Norm did next? Oh, you really want to guess? Well, I'll tell you. He twerks again. Okay, what the is wrong with twerking? Twerking in this movie is the worst. Then we see that the villain has Norm's grandfather kidnapped in a cage, and Norm talks with the mother at a restaurant. But there's this generic villain again who tries and shoots Norm, but he survives and gets angry, then tries to find his grandfather. But what does Norm do before he finds his grandpa? Twerks and dance once again, but this time with the public. Can this shit ever stop? The villain then uses Norm to promote their house from being built in the Arctic. This makes Norm mad as he goes on a rampage and maybe even killing some people. Norm is a psychopath. Stay away from Norm as far as you can. If he breaks into your house, send him to Phantasma's nightmare. Or, like what Kylo Ren says, put every gun you have on him. Norm then saves his grandfather. They head onto a boat to the Arctic. And Norm almost dies on the way back. How does he almost die? He falls off the boat and almost drowns. But the only way how Norm survived is by thinking of his memories. Why? Why? Then later, the villain gets beaten up by the people in New York because they are now on Norm's side. Norm gets back to the Arctic, and the same mother, talking about the mother who was in the restaurant with Norm, and her daughter looks at the stars and thinks it looks like Norm. The stars do not look like Norm at all. Also, now Norm randomly has children. And guess what happens before this movie ends? Norm twerks and dances once again. What the And that is the story of Norm of the North. Such garbage. Oh, well that was just a story. I am not done yet. Oh no. Now it's time to talk about the characters. And oh my god, the characters are f***ing horrible, annoying, and very forgettable. First off, we have Norm. Norm is the f***ing twerking polar bear and is very annoying. When being asked to talk with a human, he goes to New York because he's an idiot bear.
You are an idiot!
You pillar! Idiot!
Wow, this has gotta be the worst protagonist I have ever seen in my life. Then we have a mother who also has a daughter. When her daughter went to school, the mother was like, okay, you can go to school, I'll go help build condos in the Arctic. Because why would you want to build condos in the Arctic? That is just stupid. She does join Norm's side later on, but still, such stupidness. Then we have this generic villain who I don't even know the name of because he is very forgettable, and he goes to put houses in the Arctic. That is the dumbest and stupidest plan I have ever seen. Wow. And I don't know the other characters either because they are very forgettable as well. So screw this cast of characters. Final verdict. The animation is trash, the characters are awful, and the story is the worst. I give this film a 1 out of 10, or maybe even a 0 out of 10. I do not recommend this film. It is horrible. Even worse than disasters like Shrek the Third, Shark Tale, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, or even the Emoji Movie. That's right. Even the Emoji Movie at least had one good scene, which is the parent scene. And honestly, Gene's parents were decent characters. But Norm of the North does not have any of that, so this movie. Oh, okay. The rant is over. I hope you enjoyed this video. The mainline Mario characters, Good to Evil, will be uploaded soon. We have all been busy, but don't worry, we will record it soon. thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time on Super Origami Kingdom.
I want every gun we have to fire on that man. Do it.
That's enough. That's enough!
I'm Norm of the North, king of nothing.